how do you know when like a script comes your way that you really don't want to do it and like saying no, right? Because I'm sure you have people pushing you, right? Agents, managers, whoever. When do you say no? Like, how do you know that?
I like to usually if they ask me to be the lead, I'm like, there's a problem. They want me to be the star of the show. We're off to a bad start. What I find so wonderful about working in general is being around people. And so I like to come in late. Show me a good team on paper, and if I like what's happening, I'll come in and be the seventh, eighth, third, fourth guy on that. I don't care. I just want to work with, fun, exciting people. And if it's a network TV job that's going to last a long time, you want to be with people who, you're going to get along with and work well with for a long period of time. So you really try to look for that. And if you're going to be on something that's much shorter, like a movie, like with Promising Young Woman, or like when I went to go do The Big Short, it's just like, I'll do whatever you guys want. And you certainly want to be with good people, but you want people who are just have really, really strong visions of what they want to do and just jump on board and try to be of service to what they're trying to create.
Yeah. You're like, I don't want to be a leading man.
Oh, no.
God, no.
Well, but it's great because like those movies that you just mentioned, like Promising Young Woman, you're so great in that movie. Rhea and I love that movie.
Such a great movie.
Because you really played that douche so well. Like it was like such
nailed it.
Like it was just like the perfect, like, we hate this guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, my friend Jillian saw the movie in Sundance, which was really interesting because it was right before lockdown, and it was like it was right before everything went crazy. It was one of the last like in-person movies that I think people were able to see. And my friend Jillian saw it, and she called me right away, and she was like, "Oh my God," she loved the movie. And I go, "Can I ask you something?" And I want you to be honest, because I think if you say yes to this question, I'll take it as a compliment. I go, of all the guys in the movie, was I the worst? And she's like, I think you were. Good.
You were like, yes.
Yes.
I was like, that was sort of because with everybody else in that movie, there was two things that were interesting about that job. One, with all the other guys in the movie, there was they carried some sort of guilt with them. Mm-hmm. And they had grown up a little bit, and they had moved away from this situation, and they held it with them. And then when it was brought to their attention, they felt terrible about it. And my character had none of that. And you're in a position where he comes in at the very end of the movie, and then he's sort of driving the action that happens in those last couple minutes, and you go, this guy needs to be a real piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But that means that means it was a great job. Like
exactly.
If you're supposed to play a hateable character and everyone's like, you were really hateable.
Right. And you want everyone to remember that. And that's why I totally remember it. Totally.
Yeah. Well, thank God everyone was like, oh, Schmidt, new girl. We like him. And then so that they can compare it to that.
Right. There's so many other characters. Now, like, I know, of course, it's been hard because there's been a year plus of lockdown and things like that. But when you are recognized for Schmidt, which I'm guessing happens all the time, and like fans come up to you in the public world, what is like? Is there like a some sort of Schmidt line that you get the most? Because he has so many great like one-liners. I wonder if people come up to you and like try and be Schmidt to your face,
and they're like, "Do the line, say it."
every once in a while, I'll speak at colleges every once in a while, and I'll do these Q&As with the students there. And I'd say 25% of the questions are, can you say this line? And there's a handful of them. But out in the world, it's more like people passing by, sometimes people driving by if I'm walking on the street, and it's just like a schmoo.
Sounds about right.
And I'm always like, what's up?
Super casual.
It's a cool, like, it's just a real, like, it's a real bro sort of, back and forth. And it's just a quick acknowledgement, like, there's also a little bit of that you? And it's just like a confirmation to those people, like, sure is.
Oh, yeah. It is funny because I just do think that with that show, those characters are some of the best characters that have ever been written for, short form TV in my personal opinion.
Individually their own.
Oh, my God.
Everyone has their own.
Schmidt, Nick, and Winston are so incredibly funny individually, and the way that show worked was like so fantastic. I know I'm just rambling at this point, but it has been such a great comfort show, I think, for so many people. And like Rhea said, watching it in lockdown, I think a lot of people did that because it was like, this is a show that can make people laugh.
I was
and
like,
smile,
I get it now.
And it's really so great. So we're really excited that we got to speak to you and have you on. And we're very excited to tell everyone that they can buy I Don't Want to Read This Book on November 9th. Pick it up, buy it for every little child, little person you have in your life, whether it's nieces, nephews, children, grandchildren, brothers, sisters. This
kids just be on the street. Kids,
yeah, just start handing it out.